Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, my student. How are you? I think you are well by the grace of Almighty Allah. And we are ever grateful to Allah because we are still alive in such a crucial situation of Corona. And I also thank to my headmaster and school authority for arranging online classes for you. I think you will be got benefited from these classes. So be ready. Today I discuss changing species or narration. I think this is a new topics for the student because in our school in class 7 and 6 level this syllabus was not set in your school book. That is why I think this is the beginning syllabus of you, and one question must be set in JSC from the thesis narration. Today I only discuss detached sentence of changing a speech, and in my next class I will try to take another classes of thesis narration. From my experience, I know our brightest student can't answer if we ask the question, what is speech? Most of the students are not able to answer this question because they are able to change all the complex sentence, but they are not able to answer the real definition of a speech. So at first I discuss speech. What is a speech? Speech means, or speech refers to words or statement of a speaker. I wrote down the definition. Speech refers to words or statement of a speaker. Suppose I am a speaker, now I am delivering a speech in front of you, and if I ask any question to my student, what is your name, what do you want, where are you going, I ask the question directly to my student. In absence of me, when he reproduces my sentences, he replied that in the way that is, my teacher asked me what my name was, where I was going, and what I wanted. So there is no role of the indirect speaker to reproduces these sentences. He just only reproduces my speech. So speech may be classified into direct and indirect speeches. Direct and indirect speeches. Now we learn how to form direct speeches. Direct speech. So I write a sentence. He says to me, I am a good student. This is the direct formation of the sentence. He says to me, I am a good student. The first rule of the speech, that is, if the reported verb is in present form or future form, then reported speech remain unchanged. And there may arise another question. When you change the sentence into indirect, you must omit comma or inverted comma from the sentences, and you must use linkers or connectors. I write down the answer. He tells me that he is a He is a good student. He is a good student. And you look at the board. The first portion of the direct speech is called reported verb, and second portion is called reported speech. And in the indirect speech, I only change the person. You know, if the person is in first person, then it follows the subject. And if it is followed second person, you, then it changes into, then it follows the object. And inside the class, you ask another question to us, that is, sir, what we use in writing indirect speech, is it tells or says to? Says to and tells, both of the verb are correct. Says to we use in intransitively, and tells is a transitive use. So this is the basic difference. And when there is an object, suppose he says to me, this is object, then you change into he tells me. He tells me. If it is he says, I am going, then you need not to change into tells. You only write he says that he is going to school. Now, I discuss the other formation of direct and indirect speech, especially in tense format. You know, tense is very important. Those who are well conversant in tenses, they are able to understand changing sentence, changing speeches more easily. And you know, if the reported verb in a first form, then everything, then the tense of the speech may change. Right? I look at the blackboard, I show it on the board, that is number 1, present indefinite. It's changed into first indefinite. Present continuous, change into first continuous. Present perfect, change into first perfect. Present perfect continuous, change into first perfect continuous. Next, there are some other changes that I write on the board. You look at carefully. The next thing is first indefinite. I think this is very important for the exam. First indefinite. First indefinite. Change into first perfect. First continuous, change into first perfect continuous. First perfect. First perfect, change into that is remain unchanged. Remain unchanged. First perfect continuous, remain unchanged. This is the change of first tense. So you can see only two forms of the first tense, that is first indefinite and first continuous. You must change when question set in your exam. Now there are some other changes I write down on the board. You look at these changes, that is shall and will. This change into should or would. In future tense, you should use it according to the subject, either should or would. You can define what you will use according to the subject. You use should or would. There are three modal verbs which we change to form indirect speech, that is may, can, and must. It's turned into may, might, can, could, and must, had to. This is the change of a modal verb, and there are some other senses, that is these and this. This is that and those. Here, there. Now I write some other changes on the board. I think this is very important when you rewrite the sentence into indirect form, that is yesterday. Yesterday change into the previous day. Today, that day. Today, that day. Tomorrow, the next day. The next day, or the following day. Or the following day. Last night, the previous night. There are also some other senses I write down on board. You look at carefully, that is come, go. Ago, before. Ago, before. Now, then. So these are all the changes. Now I give some example to change the sentence from the tense level. I think you must be careful to change the sentences. Number one, he said to me, I was in. You look at the sentence, the first portion, the reported verb is in first tense and the reported speech is also in first tense. Then there must be change. Now I write down the answer of the sentence, that is he told me that he had, the first participle of was, that is been. He had been ill. He had been ill. I give some other example to practice. That is he I said to him, you did not go. Look at the sentence. The first portion is in past tense and another portion is in first indefinite. Then it signs into past perfect. I told him that he had not gone. He had not gone. That means first indefinite change into past perfect. There is another important rule for you. I think those who are bad students, they know the rule. That is, if the first event is unreal first event, especially unreal first event can't change. Some verbs are called unreal first event. That is wish, rather, it is time, time, so on. If we use this verb, that is called unreal first event. After the verb, if we use unreal first event, then may not change. I gave an example. That is, he said, it is time. We sang a song. As a rule, when we use first event, then it may change into first perfect. But in this case, because this is called unreal first event, and in this first unreal first event, the second verb will not be changed. That is, okay, my student, I think you have got some idea about changing a species of tenses. Now, another important part of changing speech, that is interrogative sentence. You know, interrogative and imperative two format of sentences will be set in your JAS exam, especially in the thesis narration. That is why you must be well conversant in interrogative sentence and imperative sentence. Now I discuss only imperative sentence. Interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence. Generally, we use two types of question pattern in English. That is, some question are tense based and some question are WS question based. And in passage narration or detached sentence, that follows different rules. And I write down only two structure of these two pattern. You look at the board. Direct, subject, verb, object. Sometimes it is used or sometimes it is omitted. Then auxiliary plus subject plus verb plus ... This is the one pattern for changing sentence. I give an example. He said to me, do you play? Do you play? This is tense based question, and you use an structure for changing the sentence indirect. That is subject asked or inquired of plus if plus subject plus changing tenses. This is the structure of interrogative sentence, and we change the sentence into interrogative form. That is I write down the sentence on the board. You look carefully. I write down again. He said to me, "Do you play?" He asked me if I played. You must be careful when you change into this indirect sentence. Interrogative sentence change into assertive form, especially in the first indefinite form or WS question. Okay, I think now I finished my class. Thank you very much for being with me. I advise you we should follow the rules of health and the slogan of WHO who save yourself, wash your hands, and stay home. I think we should follow all the rules and regulation of the WHO, and next time we will see you again. Thank you very much.